Good evening, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles with your JCN News for this Wednesday, March 14th. Great having you with us. Another heads of agreement signed between the government of the Bahamas and 4M Harbor Island Limited to the tune of $45 million. This will bring a world-class tourism facility to that island. The signing, according to Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, is the real McCoy and is set to provide 150 construction jobs and 72 business opportunities.
Today confirms my government's continuing commitment to accelerate the growth of the economy of the Bahamas and in so doing uplift the living standards of the people of the Bahamas, particularly those living in our family islands. This is part of our desire to provide greater opportunities in the family islands. It will serve to encourage family islanders to remain on the islands of their birth, enjoy a sustainable future, and provide for the needs of their families. We welcome Mr. Vina to the investment-friendly shores of the Bahamas, in particular Harbor Island, known as the home of the friendly people. I am advised that on a personal note, Mr. Vina, in his application to purchase the existing marina, indicated that it would allow him to marry the three loves of his life. 1, opportunities to spend quiet time with his family. 2, find creative solutions at work. And 3, to absorb culture and natural beauty.
The vintage marina property will be transformed and will bring unique appeal. This according to Dr. Minnis.
I am pleased to say that the Harbor Island residents have voiced their overwhelming support for the 4M project at a public consultation meeting held in Harbor Island on the 16th of November 2017. The residents are enthusiastically receptive to the development and eagerly await the potential economic benefits. I am advised that the project, in particular the marina component, has received the approval of the relevant government agencies, inclusive of the Ministry of Transport and Local Government and the Ministry of the Environment.
Principal of 4M Harbor Island Limited, Michael Weiner, expressed his gratitude to be able to participate in developing Harbor Island.
Every time we go to the island, we feel enriched by the experience, which caused us to make an investment with the goal of contributing to the culture and the experience of visitors to the island, and specifically it's my goal to create, as the Prime Minister said, a jobs training program for locals so that young Bahamians have the opportunity to support themselves on the island without having to leave in search of other opportunities.
The project, which is anticipated to enhance the product offering on the island, is expected to begin as early as next week, will be completed over a 2.5-year period, and will include a 70% Bahamian workforce. Rising incomes at consumer demands from primary U.S. markets, increased hotel and vacation rental inventory, improved airlift seat capacity, and believe it or not, the prolonged bad weather in the United States have all augured well for the Bahamas. After a decade of sluggish performance and marginal growth, the local tourism industry is said to be turning the corner, and the man at the helm of that industry, Dionisio Diagler, came to the House with numbers as proof.
In the first month of this year, air arrivals to the Bahamas were up by a whopping 7%, and sea arrivals were up by a respectable 4.6%. Even in Grand Bahama, there was some good news. Air arrivals were down 18%, but the destination experienced a 44% increase in overall arrivals with the return of the Royal Caribbean Cruise Service to the island. But it was Nassau Paradise Island that led the way with a 7.9% increase in air arrivals in January 2018, primarily caused by the coming on stream of the Baha Mar property.
Minister Diaghilev, a former board director at Bahamar, admitted he's impressed with how well the mega resort is doing, finally performing, he said, as it was originally intended to do. But despite tourism's uptick, the minister stressed the need for more funding for overseas marketing and sales.
Compared to the competition, like Aruba, we are woefully underfunded, primarily because too much of our marketing dollars was siphoned off for non-marketing related activities, touted and supported by meddling politicians, inevitably to create jobs domestically and endear themselves to the electorate at the expense of our economic well-being. The Ministry of Tourism's budget should be right-sized in light of tourism's contribution to the national economy, with better funding for destination marketing and product development programs, as doing so will facilitate better returns for the country.
According to Mr. Diaghilev, the primary objective of tourism's marketing efforts is to ultimately increase stopover visitors with discretionary income who can spend more and stay longer.
My ministry has made a shift in strategy as we work towards evolving into a streamlined digital and social media marketing force. Our marketing strategy is research and data driven, highly targeted, agile, consistent, and effective. The action plan to achieve this redirected strategy and to power our 16-island brand proposition included the engagement of the New York-based, well-known public relations company Weber Shandwick Worldwide, and the engagement of the innovative, cutting-edge, extremely creative advertising company Tambourine.
The government shooting down assertions that it waited until last minute to prevent the Bahamas from being blacklisted. A statement from Cabinet stressing that since the start of this parliamentary session, it has been aware of the serious threat to the financial sector and has worked assiduously to mitigate the impact. Consequently, its legislative framework for compliance, improvement of regulatory regimes, and meeting international best practices have been given the utmost priority. The statement adds that while deeply disappointed by the EU's decision, the government will redouble its efforts to preserve this pillar of the Bahamian economy. It's that assurance that was reiterated by Minister of State for Legal Affairs Ellsworth Johnson in the House of Assembly during his contribution to the 2017-2018 mid-year budget on Tuesday. The Seabreeze MP also assured the Prime Minister's commitment to the matter. And we've reached our first break. More news when we return.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.